Have you ever wanted to fly? Me too. I'm assuming you said yes. It's here. Personal flight is here, and we are here at Pivotal with the Helix behind us to learn how that all happens.
This is an eVTOL, or electric vertical takeoff and landing craft, that you can buy. They're going into production soon. We are actually here in Palo Alto, California to learn more about it and a little bit of bonus. I'm Patrick.
I'm Lev.
We're now the electric duo. So let's go. So we're going to introduce you to the aircraft, but first, let's find out who this is. You're Heidi. Do you want to introduce yourself for everybody?
Sure, Patrick. Hi, I'm Heidi Groeschel, and I work with Pivotal on their communications.
We first met Heidi, we were just talking about it a year and a half ago at CES. They had this on display, and now we're here in Palo Alto. We get to actually get a tour of it, get some more details. So first of all, Pivotal's been around for a while, a little bit different names and stuff, but now you're Pivotal. And this is going to be your first production aircraft, right?
Exactly. The company was founded in 2009. The inventor of this aircraft is a man named Marcus Lang, and he's based up in Canada. And he invented this in his basement, and actually is the first human being to ever sit in the flight deck, which can also be called the cockpit, but we use the term flight deck, and fly an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle. He's the first person ever to do that in 2011.
That's so cool. That's a long time ago.
Yes, he did it on his front lawn. Didn't get very far off the ground, but proved the concept.
Yeah. And now there's a whole industry, and Pivotal is focused on the personal use, single person in there. And I think one of the key things is it's considered an ultralight aircraft, so you do not need a pilot's license. So that's what makes it sort of really attractive. You can really get into this with minimum, I won't say minimum effort, but there's not many barriers to getting into this.
Right. Well, the difference is when you have a regular pilot license, you have to have a medical certificate, you have to do training, albeit we do insist on training before anyone can fly this. You have to be re-upped periodically to validate your credentials. And with this aircraft, which was built to fit into the Federal Aviation Part 103 rec, means that people who fly this have to be over 18, but they do not have to have all of the pilot licensing requirements that are mandated for an aircraft like a Cessna.
Right. So before we get too far into it, though, what type of customer do you see buying this? Because it's not flying from LA to San Francisco. It's about 20 plus miles of range. So what type of customers are you seeing already?
Well, we have a gentleman who's commuting from his home to his work.
Wow.
We have a gentleman who's just having a great time flying his aircraft. His joy is to share it and to fly it. And he's actually given training as a gift to, I guess it's about 5 of his friends who are now flying his aircraft. We have another gentleman who takes his aircraft out to different shows to just get the public knowing what his brand is and what his interests are in. He's a fast race car driver. He flies jets. He does all these other things. We have a father-daughter duo on the East Coast. We have actually customers across the country, by the way.
That's really cool.
So there are people West Coast, East Coast, middle of the country too.
And that's part of it is this can come apart and be transported.
Yes, in fact, these 2 wings are separate from the aircraft. You take them off. They fit into a little cart that they can be pushed around. The fuselage fits on a cart too, much like a boat cart.
Oh, okay.
Where these pieces just slot on in, and then they can be rolled right into a 16-foot trailer for transportation to or from. So let's say you feel like on Saturday you want to go fly out over the ocean, for instance, here in California, of course. You just plunk these things back into the trailer. You hitch it to your truck or your whatever you've got,
Yeah.
and you go out to the location where you, of course, have secured permission to fly. Even though
Right.
it's open territory, you often have to secure permission from someone. But there are areas where it's Class G airspace where you can just fly.
That would be
You
so
can
cool.
just fly. And so then you go on your adventure. You can fly back. You can recharge because we have chargers that are portable, and continue your adventure out in the wild.
And and I was looking at the specs this morning. It charges relatively quickly. I think it was like 75 minutes on a
Yeah.
level 2 charger.
Yeah.
That's sort of pretty amazing because I think about it like this, like on a level 2 charger in about an hour, I'll get about 20 miles of range. So in 75 minutes, you're getting 20 miles of flight range. That's pretty impressive.
That's right. That's right.
Pretty cool.
And that's 20 miles of flight range with a 20% reserve, which we mandate so that you don't find yourself in trouble. So you have to land with a reserve.
That's key. And there's a lot of redundancy in this. Like the other thing that's cool that I wanted to touch base on before we get too far into this is like, so worst case scenario, like you get yourself stranded out there and you're just run out of juice, or you have a mechanical issue. It has a whole parachute for the whole aircraft.
It does. In fact, the parachute is right here. It's a ballistic parachute. It's right in the front. And it deploys and gently sets you down. Obviously, this is only for a catastrophic reality because the aircraft actually lands safely and helps you land. It's all
Right.
automated, the landing part. So paying attention to what you've got going on, paying attention to your power, you should be able to land safely and never need this. And thus far,
Yeah.
no one has ever used this.
Yeah. And that's the other thing I was reading about is like there's a lot of redundancies built into this, but also that it's not going to be all pilots flying this. So there's redundancy and ease of operation.
Right, because it's a fly-by-wire aircraft. And there's tremendous brainiac power in it, in the computer. The computer actually manages how you fly. It adjusts to different wind differences. It flies you, basically. You just have to sort of show it where to go. But it does all the adjustments.
Not to oversimplify, but sort of like people that are used to a drone, they just point it in this direction. They're not doing a lot of the other stuff. So
exactly, the software does it all for you.
Now, when we were at CES and we first saw this, I couldn't understand like how does this work? Because I was like, how do these like rotate up? But it's like that. This is sort of the unique design of the pivotal helix that the whole aircraft tilts.
Exactly, that is Pivotal's secret sauce in a sense, is that we have a full tilt aircraft. So some of the electric VTOL aircraft out there, they do tilt their propellers back and forth, or they tilt their wings, or there are a number of things that other designs have embraced. We felt that the best way to approach this problem and to satisfy the needs to have an ultralight aircraft and a simplified aircraft was to make the whole body of the aircraft tilt. So there are fewer moving parts. I think we have 18 moving parts total.
Wow.
12 things to watch and manage on the flight deck and in the view screen of the flight deck. And this whole aircraft's purpose is to be a joy to fly, be super easy to fly, and safe.
Yeah.
Absolutely safe. That's actually our first thing ever. Because we're talking about aircraft.
Oh, of course. Yeah, and it looks a bit odd. Like I've seen some of the videos, but I think that probably, because the whole aircraft is tilting, I think whoever's controlling it, the pilot will say, even though they're not a pilot, it probably gives them a better sense of like what the aircraft is doing than if it's just the blades or the wing.
Well, it's more importantly the way that you get lift.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a very unique. No other aircraft lands this way.
Yeah, it actually looks super cool.
Yeah,
it's a really interesting thing to watch. It just sort of tilt, and the whole thing is maneuvering. And again, looks like from me being a novice, not knowing a lot about this, it looks like it's a super fun way to experience flight.
Yes.
Yes. Because it's like if it's just picking you straight up, but it's sort of like it's giving you a lot of motion and
Correct.
dynamic feeling of going up in the air.
And one of the reasons that we do this type of adjustment is energy efficiency,
Right. Okay.
because it uses a lot of electricity and hence power to take off
Yeah.
and also to land. So it's just another way to get it to be more empowering, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else should we learn about this? I know a lot of people want to know, like, the basic specs of like speed and those type of things.
Yeah, in fact, one thing I didn't mention is the whole aircraft weighs 348 pounds.
Wow.
The whole thing, without a human in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you put the human in it, we can go up to about 220 pounds worth of human.
Go on a diet.
Right? And one thing you should know about this aircraft is it's super fast. It can go up to 63 miles an hour. That is limited by the software, and the reason that is limited by the software is because that's what the FAA 103 regulation.
Right. Like e-bikes have that same limitation just because it's, federal regulation. So it's smart, but I bet this thing could really fly if we just uncap that. But we don't want to do that. We want to be safe. We want to be in compliance.
One of the really cool things about this is that inside the flight deck, we have a beautiful seat. There's a view screen that lives here, and it's super secure on the inside when you're in the flight deck, because it gives you this whole experience of being in the air like a bird,
Mm-hmm.
yet you're protected.
Yeah.
So you have this enclosure that really gives a comfort.
Yeah, it looks like it's just like a perfect position, and would be really comfortable. I like the nice headrest back here. And you have two controls here, left and right side.
Correct.
Are there any foot pedals?
No foot
I
pedals.
didn't think so.
Everything is controlled by these joysticks. And they're redundant. So if you're left-handed, you pick the left one. If you're right-handed, you pick the right one. That's part of your startup process. So you don't use them both at the same time.
Oh, that's really cool.
Right.
As someone with dexterity issues, I really like that because sometimes like I might have a challenge with the left hand. So that's really awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And these are the things that say, go forward, go back. How do you take off? How do you fly straight? How, the hover capability, all of this manages the actual flight from the human perspective,
Yeah.
and then the software takes over after that.
That's really cool. I mean, that's a very simple control. Just one is controlling everything in conjunction with the computer.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Exactly. It's pretty nifty. Pretty darn nifty.
And where's the eject button? I'm just teasing.
Yeah. Well, because this is a prototype model, it doesn't have the view screen right now.
Right.
There's also a red button to pull for the parachute, which this one doesn't show at the moment.
Right. Yeah. So you have prototypes. You have customers with some different models, but this one, the Helix, is going into production soon.
Yes.
Very
yes. Cool. And our plan is delivery Q1 2026.
That's
so
awesome.
Very soon.
That's coming up really quick.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It is.
Anything else? Because I'm just like overwhelmed by this and how cool it is, and I'm not a aviation expert, but
I have a question. How do you get in?
Well, there is a little ladder that can be hooked onto the side of the aircraft, much like a fire escape ladder, the little rolled up one. Most of the pilots we know are younger, on the younger end, meaning they're not, over 70. And they just hop in. They don't even use the ladder. They just pull themselves up right on in.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. But also you can put a step stool. There's just different, You can use different types of tools. But for instance, if you're out in adventure, this little roll-up ladder is very light. It plunks right in, has a storage spot. You can hop in and out that way, wherever you are.
Really cool.
Yes, it's very cool. The other thing is that the joy of flying this is one thing I wanted to share, because everyone I talk to says that this is like really truly being in flight as a human. It's not like sitting in a big aircraft where, you know, you've got all this stuff around you. You feel like you're somewhere else. You're inside the thing. This is, you feel like you're flying with the birds.
And that's what I was imagining, like, and with the tilt and stuff like that, you're not just being picked up. You're
right.
You know, in motion.
You're
with
in
the
motion.
aircraft.
And basically, you're on the ground like this. The aircraft tilts up like this, and then you go up like that.
Yeah.
And then you level out to go into cruise mode. And you can cruise anywhere you want. You can actually stay in place, which is called hovering. You can even pirouette, where you in one place and you turn this way.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of this vertical takeoff and landing technology, in a sense, that you can do things in this aircraft that you can never do in a traditional aircraft.
Right.
And you have the agility that a traditional aircraft doesn't have.
Right. And a lot of that is the pivotal
Exactly.
stuff. But also the 4 different motors. I'm assuming they're like individually controlled by the software, so that you turn the joystick and you don't have to make your own determinations.
Correct.
It's just basically controlling each of the 4 motors.
And there are 4 on each wing.
4 on each wing, yeah.
Right. So there are 8 motors. Oh, and one of the neat things is if indeed you have an issue, which would be like, let's say one of the motors has puttered out, which had not happened, but what if it does? We have already figured out that the immediate corresponding motor and propeller will also shut off. So everything stays balanced.
Oh, wow.
And you can fly on that, no problem.
All right, and we don't want to get too far. What's the minimum number of motors that it could fly on?
It's really 6.
Really 6? Because I would imagine is like as soon as that happens, it's not going to be like, okay, let's fly 10 more miles. It's going to be like, let's sit down, call it an emergency.
Right. But you can get safely to the ground.
Right, yeah, and that's the main thing in aviation is like safety first.
Yep.
Not getting back to the car.
Correct.
It's like get down on the ground, safety first.
Safety first, always safety first.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see, you know, piton tubes up here.
Yes.
Instruments basically all feeding into the computer. I don't need to worry about that stuff. It's just...
That's right. Albeit when you start your flight, before you start your flight, you have to go through a full aircraft check. And again, software plays a part. What registers when you do your full flight check. It makes sure that everything is a system go. You have to check your pitot tubes and make sure that they're working. You have to check your cameras, your landing cameras and sensors. You have to check your wing flaps. You have to check your propellers. You have to go through, it's a very regimented series of things before you take off.
You know, it's funny because like we just did an e-bike review and I was telling people, I was like, even before you get on an e-bike, you know, especially if it's been sitting for 2 weeks, a month, it's like, it's a good idea. Check the tires, check the brakes, check the cables, because you never know.
You don't know.
And when you're up in the air, you want to know.
Yes, you don't want to find out.
Yeah.
No surprises.
So you mentioned production is starting Q1 2026.
Deliveries.
Deliveries.
Yes.
Production is actually sort of started, right? On the other side of this wall over here.
Yeah, we're in the middle of it all right now.
Can we take a sneak peek of it?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Ooh, this is super cool.
All right. This is our manufacturing area.
Very cool.
So what we're doing here is the team is constantly refining the aircraft based on what engineering dictates. And these gentlemen and women in the manufacturing plant are building every single aircraft that comes out of this company. You can see we have the Helix right here. That is one of this blue striped aircraft. That aircraft is our previous model, the Black Fly, which says experimental on it, albeit it is no longer an experimental aircraft. They're just, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something with it. I'm not a manufacturer. We have been flying the Black Fly. So every public demonstration you see is still on the Black Fly because it's our pre-production model that has been in development for what, 14 years or so, and has been really well refined and defined. The Helix takes it even further. The electronics have been dramatically enhanced. The weight has been lowered of the whole aircraft because they refined the parts and the materials and figured out ways to pull a lot of the weight out of it.
But this looks really cool. It's like not like the huge giant assembly line, but it's like you can see that we have step by step, station by station, things are all just put together. We won't show everything because there's some secret sauce in this, but it looks just really cool. Like you can see, can we show this?
Yeah,
we
can show this here. It's one of our ways that we put an aircraft together. Obviously, you can see they're made out of carbon fiber. They're wrapped, for the Helix, for instance, underneath this is that. It's definitely a very advanced technology. The materials are extremely strong, yet lightweight.
Right.
And the design is certainly aerodynamic because obviously it's an airplane, but it's very unique aerodynamics. People think it looks like a drone.
Yeah.
Albeit it is not a drone.
No.
There's a pilot in there.
There's a pilot in there. She keeps calling it a personal drone.
Yes. Yes, that has come up a lot. The aircraft, well, let me think. Maybe one of the things you might want to be knowing is that we have a capacity of about 200 aircraft out of this facility a year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to be an F-150 producing a million, but 200 out of this is pretty impressive.
Correct. Correct.
Now, we didn't mention price. I think people that are very interested in these probably already know you guys know the price, but for our viewers, let's tell them.
Yeah, the base price is $190,000.
Which is pretty darn reasonable for a personal aircraft.
That's right. For a personal aircraft that can be used for recreation, the price is not prohibitive.
Right. Yeah. And again, like adding into the fact that you don't have to go through a lot of the flight training and certifications, this just makes it such an accessible form of fun flight.
Exactly. Exactly.
That sounds really cool.
In fact, we do require people to be trained for anywhere between 5 to 10 days. It depends on the person's accomplishments. We have training is based on what you have been able to embrace. Let's say, how well you accomplish each step of the way, and we don't move on to the next step until you've really mastered the last step. Some people do it in 3 days, but most people do it in 5.
Yeah, and I would think like if you're getting ready to hop into one of these on your own, away from everybody, you want to have that like feeling of safety yourself. So you want to go through the training. You want to feel like I've accomplished each step.
Yes, and you have to. We won't let you into the flight deck. And then we take you out to fly before you even go off on your own by yourself. We'll fly a lot with us.
Very cool.
So that the person in that flight deck feels very confident in what he or she can accomplish with this aircraft.
And I'm assuming no one's ever sort of like bought one, went through the training and said, oh, no, this isn't fun. I don't want to do it.
No one has said that. I do know that we've had some people who think that they want to do it. When they do the training, they say, this is really not for me. Or I'm too frightened, or there's things like that that have happened for certain people. But pretty much we haven't had that often because people are well vetted before they start that process even.
Yeah, I would think that if you're making that commitment, you sort of are probably usually familiar with what it's going to take and whether you're ready or not. So I can imagine that would be rare. But I can imagine a lot of people are probably coming from a small pilot's license anyways. Or
Not really.
Really?
Fascinatingly, yeah. It's a smaller percentage of people who actually already are flying,
Yeah.
who have come here and learned how to fly this aircraft and taken it up. A number of them have had flight experience, like gliders, for instance, where
Okay.
you don't need a
Yeah.
license, or they have been on teams that flew in big aircraft, but they were not the pilot. So they have some familiarity with aviation, but not all of them.
That's
No,
really cool,
definitely
though.
not all of them.
Well, I got to tell you, like I said, we do e-bikes, we do scooters, we do cars, but this is like the coolest, most exciting thing that I've seen.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe we'll be able to book some time to do the longer training
Yeah.
and check it out. But it was really great to check out the one in person as well as
Seeing what we're
the
doing
guts.
here.
This is really cool.
The guts. I love
Yeah,
that.
I'm just like, my eyes are looking around. I'm like, it's also cool to see it all come together.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it is here in Palo Alto being assembled.
Made in America.
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
That's right.
All right.
I would love to show you how we train, and I'd love to get you into the simulator so that you can have the flight experience. Everyone who has gone through the flight training and then flies has said definitively that the simulator gives you about 95% of the exact experience. The only thing you really miss is the actual thrust.
Yeah.
You just can't fake that, right?
Right.
That's when you get up in the air and it does it. But the chair does everything else, and the goggles and the whole process of being there, you are flying.
Well, that sounds really exciting. Let's go check it out.
Let's go. Let's come on.
So now we are in the training facility, which is right here in the customer center. The production is all happening right behind us. But I'm with Alex and Sabrina, two actual pilots who are helping people learn how to become, I know you don't call them pilots, right? But how to become users of the Pivotal, of the Helix Pivotal. Would you introduce yourselves, Alex?
Yeah, I'm Alex. I've been here for a few months now. I've been teaching in Cessnas for about 4 years, and I'm having a really good time here. These things are really fun to fly. Yeah.
That's awesome. How about you, Sabrina?
Yeah, I'm Sabrina. I've been an instructor with Pivotal for about almost 1.5 years now. I also come from a general aviation background. I've flown a lot of different airplanes, and this is definitely very unique. It's nothing like a helicopter airplane. It's completely new.
That's awesome. So in order to become trainers, I assume you guys had to become trained up and used to flying these yourselves. How many times have you flown this vehicle?
Yeah, so I like to count the amount of time I fly the aircraft in number of flights. I would say I've done about 35 flights in this aircraft. I've flown in the Palm Desert in California, Tampa, Florida. We recently just flew at the San Juan Islands in Washington as well. That was gorgeous.
That's amazing.
But yeah, this aircraft lets you fly a lot of unique places.
That's awesome. How about you?
Yeah, so I haven't done as many as she has. I think I've done like 12 flights. So I did the initial training flights in Watsonville, which is right on the beach in Monterey Bay, which is a beautiful place to fly. Saw whales on a couple of my flights. And then I've flown primarily there, and then I just did a demo in Carpinteria, which is by Santa Barbara, at a polo tournament, which was really fun.
That's so cool. So you guys, as well as training people here in the facility, you go and do demos out in the world, showing people what it's like. Because, I mean, I've never seen anything like this. We still are yet to actually see it happen in person, but it's kind of crazy to look at the footage that we're going to show you guys. So you must have people being really astounded a lot, huh?
Yeah, it's fun at these the demos I've been to. People come up with like their eyes wide and their jaws dropped, like, and with a lot of questions. Yeah,
That's
it's really
awesome.
fun. It's fun.
So the training facility here, before anyone gets their own Helix, their own Pivotal vehicle, they have to go through a grueling training. Super fun, I'm sure. We're gonna be treated to an initial session here, but that's like 5 days long, huh?
Yeah, so it typically takes anywhere from 2 to 10 days for the initial sim training, and then we go out once the student is ready and they do their live flights. So everything they've practiced in the sim, they get to do that in real life at our flight training spot at Monterey Bay Academy Airport. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. They get to see the ocean on almost all of their flights.
That's amazing. They have been generous enough to invite us someday to maybe do that ourselves. So I've nominated Patrick to do that. Maybe one day I would do that. I mean, this looks pretty awesome, and the training, the facility that you have here looks very comforting. So why don't we go hop in behind the wheel, behind the joystick? Yeah. Someone who is about to fly the real device on Thursday is going through training, and they're doing emergency training?
Emergency operations.
Yeah, right now he's
Emergency
got a motor
operation.
failure.
Oh my goodness. Preparing for everything.
And you can see it on the screen. The one on the right has failed.
Oh my. Wow. This is live. And he's going to make a successful landing. We'll leave him to that, but jumping right into it. Patrick and Alex.
That's right.
All
Okay. So let's talk about the controls a little bit first.
Okay.
Are you left or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, so there's 2 joysticks. They're just for redundancy or handedness, right? So you'll use just the right joystick. In hover mode, you're going to have one extra flight control, which is yaw. So you're going to have like a twist motion, just like you're twisting like a jar open.
Okay.
Right? So that'll give you like yaw about like the Z axis.
Okay.
And then you'll also have left deflection, right deflection, forward movement, backward movement. But the thing about hover is if you let go of the joystick altogether, you will just hold.
Okay.
Position, hold, hover. So this is like you're just a helicopter hovering above the
Okay.
ground, right? And then in cruise mode, it gets a little different. So in cruise mode, you'll always be moving forward.
Okay.
And the controls will be more or less the same, except now you don't need forward to go forward or back to go, you can't go backwards, right? You're just gonna control your speed with forward and back.
Okay.
Okay.
So fast or
Faster, slower. If you let go, it locks into your speed,
Oh, okay.
right? So once you're going full speed, you don't need to push it forward anymore. You can let go and you're just gonna be, it'll hold your altitude, hold your heading, and hold your speed,
Okay.
right? And those are like the basic controls. And then this here is your altitude control.
Okay.
So we'll call this, I'll refer to this as the rocker. You'll use your thumb for this. Forward is going to be climb, and then back is going to be descent.
Okay.
Okay. And then when we're ready to do an auto land, right? So if you pull this back to descend, you're going to hit a brake at about 13 feet above the ground, at which time it's going to say auto land available. And then you hold the rocker down, click the trigger, and it's going to land for you. You can
That's
be
so
hands-free.
cool.
It's going to just bring you right down to the ground like this, and then you'll gently rock forward and land.
That's so cool.
Any questions? I know that was kind of like a lot, but that's just
No,
like
no.
the general overview, and we'll go over it more once
Okay.
you're up there if you have any questions. But go ahead and take a seat. So now you're ready to take off whenever you want. When you take off, you're going to be in hover mode. Right?
Okay.
So again, if you don't do anything to the joystick and just climb, so rocker forward, you'll just climb up. It's going to hold your position laterally, right?
Okay.
Okay, and then when you want to transition into cruise, you're going to push the joystick all the way forward. It's going to
Okay.
be fully deflected, and it's going to say transition available. You'll get a little annunciator. At that point, you
Pull
click
the trigger.
Trigger, yep. And then you're going to be in cruise. And then
Okay.
later, when you want to come back and land, you're going to want to transition back into hover. To do that, it's going to be reverse all the way back. And it's going to, as soon as you're slow enough, it's going to say transition
And then you-
available. But you have to have this held all the way back.
And then click.
Then click it, and then you can release, right?
Okay.
All right, well, let's just get up in the air. So it's
Okay.
going to be rocker full forward, and you are cleared for takeoff.
Whoa, that's trippy.
It is, right? Okay, so now if you want to push forward all the way, and if you want to keep the climb going, you can't do, or you can stay here. Now, if you want to transition, click that trigger, and now you're in cruise. And now you can push forward all the way to get your speed up.
Okay.
You'll probably max out around 50.
So we're at 43 knots now.
Okay.
Wow, these controls are actually so simple.
They're really simple, yeah. Very straightforward and pretty intuitive. There's a little bit of like unlearning I had to do coming from airplanes, but once I got the hang of it, I mean, it's as easy as it could be.
Do you think like almost like there's an advantage to being a novice?
In some ways, yeah, because you like don't have the law of primacy working against you a little bit because you learn the controls in a different aircraft, you know, or a conventional aircraft. But there's also a lot like that correlates that you can bring in from traditional aviation too. So I think it kind of, you can go either way.
And this is really cool because now I get to sort of experience the visibility that's available. And I'm like, you really do feel like you're flying.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to try slowing down, I'm going to pull back on the joystick. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And now if you let go, it's going to lock into that speed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was literally holding it forward. So
Yeah,
I forgot
exactly.
that
Yeah, so once you have your speed set, you don't have to do anything. You can actually just completely let go of the joystick, right?
You see where I'm aiming
it'll hold your heading, it'll hold your altitude, it'll hold your speed. Yep, and then if you want to speed up, right.
That's cool. So now I can...
Your hands free, you can look at mountain lions out the window or whatever's going on out there.
This is like soaring at Disneyland.
Okay, so now we have some terrain coming up here.
Yeah.
So we can either try and climb or go around.
We're gonna go for a field goal.
All right, field goal it is. And if you feel like you're not gonna make it, like you need a little more climb performance, you could slow down.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll slow down a little bit.
And push that forward rocker forward all the way, because we should give a little bit of clearance here. There we go. Nicely done.
I'm really enjoying the sense of this. I could imagine in real life feeling like a bird.
It's really, the sim does a really good job of simulating how it really feels. I would say about 95%. There's some physical sensations it doesn't catch, but for the most part, when I finally got in the aircraft, I felt really comfortable and like I knew what to expect just from the sim.
Yeah, I'm not one to get motion sickness, but I could definitely feel the motion in the sense just by looking around and the fact that I'm controlling it.
So see how on the screen you have your what we call breadcrumbs?
Oh, yeah.
So let's follow them. Let's try to realign with that so we can get back to the airport and try to do a landing. Okay, looks like we got the airport in sight. It's just up on that bluff.
Yeah. So I can start coming down a little bit.
Not quite. You only, remember, you fly pretty low in this aircraft, so you really you can wait for your descent until you're really almost ready to land. So you're about 282 feet above home, and this thing descends around 200 to 300 feet per minute. So you can kind of think like when you're about a minute away, you can start your descent. So see the runway there?
Yeah.
You can feel free to kind of set up to land anywhere on that runway you want. And we can try to land, somewhere around here. If you want to be a pro, you can try to land on the 1,000-footers here. No pressure. So let's start descending. So remember how to do that?
Yeah.
All right, so full down on the rocker.
And on the rocker, I got to hold that.
You got to hold it to keep descending.
Yeah.
You can see on the upper right, it says VSI. That's your vertical speed indicator. So it's saying you're descending at about 230 feet per minute right now. And now you can kind of align yourself with the runway, turn right a little bit. Good. Oh, you're doing really good. Okay, and at about 130 feet above home, you're gonna click that trigger. It already says transition available.
We're gonna wait until...
So go ahead and click it now. Keep descending though.
Okay.
Push forward. Oh, so we gotta pull back on the joystick all the way.
All the way.
There you go. Now click it and push forward. There you go. Good.
Oh, this is super cool.
Okay, and now let's keep descending. And now if you look outside, you see the runway?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. This is looking pretty good. And now if you look back at your view screen, it's gonna say auto land available shortly.
Okay.
There it is. So now keep the rocker down, click the trigger, and now your hand's free. It's gonna land automatically. So if you look outside, oh yeah, you're gonna have to, it still says auto land available. So rocker down, trigger, there you go.
And then now it's...
You're good. There you go. And a successful landing right in the middle of the runway.
Oh, that's
First time.
so cool.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right.
Actually, really good, especially for a first time.
I need to put my deposit down.
Let me tilt you back up. There you go. And you can go ahead and take your headset off.
Oh my gosh. Are you gonna try it?
Oh yeah.
Make your chair active.
Whoa,
here.
I totally,
3,
I want to
2, 1.
like play with the screen. Oh no.
There we go. Yep, yep. Okay, and I'm gonna start your propellers.
Okay.
Do ignition here. You're right-handed?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now you're ready to go.
Oh no.
There you go.
Oh, whoa.
And now if you want to yaw to the left, like twist it. Twist it.
All right.
There you go.
I think I want to go to the mountain though, to be totally honest.
Well, let's get away from the mountain for now because we're
that's
too
smart.
low. We're
That's
too
smart.
low. There you go. Now push forward all the way on the control. There you go. All the way forward. And while you're pushing all the way forward, click the trigger. There you go, and let go. Now you're in cruise.
Whoa.
And now you can still keep climbing, right? So if you want to go towards the mountains, we got to get some elevation here.
Oh, okay.
Some
okay.
altitude.
So that's rocker?
Yep, just keep holding that down.
I'm taking you on a tour.
Look at that.
Lion's Head.
Wow, look at that huge mountain that just
Right?
comes out of nowhere.
That I'm hopefully not gonna hit.
No, we won't hit that.
Okay. Wow, these controls are cool. The screen is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So
This is the new screen format too that we haven't actually pushed to the aircraft yet. It's just a slightly different layout.
do you think I'm gonna hit the mountain?
I don't think so. You're going really slow.
Am I?
I would aim for, if you want to try to go over it though, always aim for the low, right?
Okay.
And just keep that rocker forward.
Okay. And so that is the parachute, that red.
Yes, so
thing?
if you had certain situations, you may want to do that. Very last resort. But yep, that's where it is. You pull
And
that.
then if I wanted to, could I switch to left hand seamlessly?
You could. Yeah.
So I could be like, my right hand's tired?
Oh, no, you have to select it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, no, that's not right.
And it's good that it's not easy, because imagine if you're flying along and you accidentally bump the left one when you didn't want to, you know?
Oh, yeah, that'd be
You
terrible.
want to make it a really conscious decision to switch a joystick, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Wow, so what's on the other side of this here then?
Here we're going towards the city. It's the mother city. So we have Table Mountain, cradling the city. And so I'm taking you over Lion's Head, which is to the left there.
Okay.
You can drive over that road down there, which is what I used to do to get to school.
Oh, wow.
When I went to school down there. But here we're going to the city center. So you see it as you're cresting this rise here, the main city. And I used to
Wow.
live on this side of the mountain, but here's the whole city. Welcome
Wow.
to Cape Town.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's try something really quick. Let's
Cool.
let go of the rocker.
Okay.
Push forward on the joystick all the way.
Okay.
Speed up a little bit.
Oh my.
Yep.
Ooh.
There we go.
Cool.
So we cleared the terrain.
We cleared it.
And
I
now
didn't hit a mountain.
We're going max speed now. So now if you let go of the joystick, you don't have to do anything.
Sweet. So this is 63 miles an hour, is it?
It's 48 ground speed.
Oh, cool.
So even though I haven't set any wind, it must be adding a little bit of tailwind for you.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's going to hold your altitude, it's going to hold your heading, and it's going to hold your speed now too.
This is so awesome. I can't even. I mean, obviously, selfishly, just like it's like I'm back home and having a tour.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I can show you all.
Yeah, this is awesome.
That's the butt of the lion to the left there.
And
then
then the
the
peak
head.
was the head.
Yeah, the butt, and then the head was behind us. And then the waterfront is in front of us, and there's a lot of cool stuff happening there. I really wish that we could take one of these there and do this for real.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
What's off to the right there, that big?
I think that's a reservoir.
What are the mountain thing?
Oh, this is Table Mountain.
That's Table Mountain? Okay.
Yeah. If you can see, actually, can I turn?
Yeah.
Can I yaw now?
You can't
No.
yaw, but you can just deflect the control to the right. There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That does feel natural. So if you can see, Table Mountain's flat.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it's called Table Mountain. And
So
there's a
flat.
type of cloud that covers it like a tablecloth. So
Wow.
it's really, really cool. But yeah, it is a table.
Wow, amazing.
Can we go above it? Is that too high?
We might be able to. We can
Should
try
we
it.
try?
Let's try it. So that's going to be full rocker forward.
Rocker forward.
Yep.
Let's see. If you ever go to Cape Town, I highly recommend you go up Table Mountain. There's a cable car. If you see, there's a little white spot.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can see where I'm looking.
Oh, I think so. Is it right here?
Exactly, yeah. So I think that's where the cable car is.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But you take it all the way up and it's really spectacular. It's almost
very
like
cool.
you're in a pivotal. Like you're
Cool.
floating above the mountain.
So I would say if we want to go over this, let's again head for the low.
Oh,
And then maybe
ooh.
we can kind of, once we go over the low, we can kind of wrap around to the right.
Love that.
Because I
Okay.
definitely think we can make it there. I'm not so sure if we can make it just going straight over.
Okay, so how many pivotal flights do you think you've done? How many helixes?
Oh, let's see. I don't know, maybe 20?
20?
Yeah.
And then you've done a bunch of these, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Many
So-
of these.
What percentage do you think is like I'm flying the actual?
I would say 95.
95?
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just kind of sussing this out here, and it looks like we're gonna have to slow down. So let's
I'm
pull the
too
joystick
low.
back. Keep the climb going though.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yep. And,
Pull back and
This will
climb.
help us not travel so far across the ground, and we'll still climb at the same rate though.
I like it. It feels weirdly, this is a weird thing to say while flying,
Uh-huh.
but it feels weirdly natural
Uh-huh.
the way the joystick controls are,
Uh-huh.
that you would like pull and push, and
Let me
that's
get out.
really quite intuitive. Well, not intuitive, you're telling me what to do, but I can
No, but
pretend.
I mean, I haven't had to tell you much, honestly. Really.
This is awesome.
But we're making it over here.
Woohoo.
You could try to land on the top of tabletop, though.
Up there?
Yeah.
Let's
just
do
keep,
it.
Let's keep traveling this way a little
Okay.
bit, gain some more altitude, and then let's put her down on the top of tabletop.
Cool. This is the static screen.
Yeah. So on top you have your indicated airspeed from left to
Cool.
right, your ground speed, your what is that? Your heading, and then your altitude in MSL, so above sea level, and then your VSI, which is your vertical speed. So right now you're climbing at 500 feet per minute.
I see that.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I see. Cool. And then
And
if
then you have your pitch, motor temps, AGL. You're above home, which you're about 3,200 feet, and your battery life.
50% battery, and I'm in cruise mode.
Yep, you're in cruise.
Cruise or
So if we
hover.
glance to the right, just glance, we're almost ready to land on Tabletop Mountain, it looks like. Start descending. So we're gonna go rocker down,
Oh, rocker down, rocker down.
rocker down. Yep. And then just start looking for any kind of flat area that you can see.
Oh, wait, I'm going rocker forward, rocker
Oh,
back.
Yeah, we want to go rocker back. Yep.
Rocker back.
Maybe to the right over there, it looks pretty flat.
Yeah.
Rocky, but flat. Yeah, so go ahead and pull back all the way on the joystick. All the way on the joystick.
Oh, and the joystick. Cool.
And click the trigger.
And do I touch the rocker?
You gotta pull back all the way and then click the trigger.
Okay.
There you go. And yeah, the rocker should be full back.
Oh my. That's so weird. Okay. Hello, mountain. All right.
Look straight ahead just for a moment. There you go.
Cool.
Wow, that's happening.
That's crazy.
All right, now look at the screen. It should say auto land available pretty shortly. There we go. Click the trigger. Click it with the rocker back. There we
Yeah.
go. Nice.
Nice. Ooh, I feel it taking control.
Excellent.
Whoa!
And we're on Tabletop Mountain.
That's so cool.
Oops,
Wait,
sorry.
not in the mountain.
Here,
Go
you can
back.
take the headset off.
Oh.
Once it starts doing that, it's kind of
It's like it's done. Wait, I think I had a death grip on the headset there. That was so cool.
As I said a couple of times, I loved flight sims as a kid. That was super fun. I could only imagine. They said it's about 95% of like what it feels like by doing the flight sim to being in this, but I don't buy that. I really think it must be an amazing experience. Hopefully one day we'll get to try that. But if you're interested in this, please let us know. We'll try to give you like lots more coverage. I think it's just fantastic. There's actually a whole big industry popping up, and we're going to give a shout out to Tim Jackson. He wrote a book called Dude, Where's My Flying Car? It's doing very well, but he dives into the whole eVTOL industry, and Pivotal is in that book as well. So check that out if you're interested in the whole industry, and please let us know because we'd love to cover this more.
Yeah, this was honestly so incredible, and I'm so thankful to Pivotal, to Heidi and Alex and Sabrina for inviting us here and being so generous with their time. I will admit I'm a big chicken. I was nervous even to do the sim, but they are so they're so good with their training, and they're obviously so knowledgeable, and they really like coax you into it. And obviously this is an expensive investment, so the people coming in here and doing it are ready to make this jump. But for me as a newbie who's never considered this, I honestly felt kind of braver and empowered. And their very first step, your very first flight, if you actually fly for real and go through the whole training program, is literally rising up 50 feet off the ground, turning around, and then landing. And I'm like, it's in my mind now. Like, I feel like maybe I could do that. Maybe one day.
There you go.
So maybe let us know what you think down below. Maybe one day we'll come back. Maybe it'll just be Patrick. But I'm so glad that we could cover this because this is an incredible new realm, a new horizon of personal mobility, of electric mobility. And it is so cool to see such different technology like this. Do let us know your thoughts down below. Do you have anything else to add, Patrick?
No, it was just super fun. Check them out online. Learn more about it. If you're interested, also check it out because they are doing stuff like they were just at Electrify Expo San Francisco this past weekend. They will do like other events like that so that you can check out the vehicle yourself in person.
And they do demo flight events. They were not flying at Electrify Expo, but they do flight demos. So definitely check it out. We'll put all the relevant information down below because we haven't actually seen it fly yet either. So if there's an event near us, we're definitely going to go do that to see what that looks like. And if any of you ever come do the flight school or get one of these, we want to know about it.
And we want to talk to you and interview you and all that.
Yeah, and all that good stuff, unless you're really shy, and that's okay. So on that note, thank you so much for joining us for this video where we came out here to Pivotal to check out the Helix, to check out their manufacturing right here in Palo Alto, to check out their flight training school and experience a demo of the flight ourselves.
And see them being built.
Right
now. Production, as I said in the beginning, production was starting. As you can see, it has started. So it's really cool to see this progress take place. And I can't wait to see them get to customers. And we're going to be like looking to see on Instagram people posting about flights.
And
up in the sky.
Yeah.
So, thank you to our Patreon members. As always, the Unbridled, Engage, and Whisper contributing monthly to help fund trips like this to the Bay Area to check out these cool companies. Thank you to our YouTube members as well that also contribute to us, and they can use emojis.
Like fancy ponies, always making it hard. Fancy pony, I'll make it harder.
But thank you to all of you for like just watching, subscribing, and sharing. It really helps us to grow the channel, and that helps us do more of these type of things.
And your engagement truly lets us know what you want to see. If you like this, let us know, like it, but leave your comments down below. And on that note, just remember that whatever you drive or fly. Enjoy the ride or flight.